Okay, so get this. Imagine a rock the size of a football field hurtling through space. And guess what? It might be heading our way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
We're talking about asteroid 2024 YR4.
Okay.
And there's this Sky News article that says there's like a 1 in 83 chance this thing could hit Earth in 2032.
2032.
Yeah, I know, right? So before everyone starts freaking out, let's take a deep dive into what we know about this thing and what scientists are doing about it.
Yeah.
You know? Hopefully they're doing something.
Right. Well, first of all, no need to panic.
Okay, good.
Yeah. What's interesting here is that 1 in 83 chance, that's actually a pretty high probability when we're talking about tracking asteroids.
Really?
Yeah. And to put that into perspective,
Right.
we only get an asteroid this size hitting Earth every few thousand years.
Every few thousand years.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, so this is kind of a big deal then.
It's definitely worth paying attention to.
Okay, so tell me more about this asteroid. What do we actually know about it?
So asteroid 2024 YR4, it was just discovered in January of this year.
Oh, wow, so it's brand new.
Yeah. It's currently about 27 million miles away from Earth.
Okay.
And as you said, it is huge. It's roughly 100 meters by 40 meters.
So like about the size of a football field.
Yeah, exactly. The scientists over at the European Space Agency, the ESA, yeah, they're the ones who discovered it, and they've been tracking its trajectory ever since.
Trajectory, so that's like the path it's taking through space, right?
Exactly.
So they study the trajectory, and that's how they can try to predict if it's going to, come close to Earth.
Yeah, and they believe there is a real possibility that it could hit us on December 22nd, 2032.
December 22nd, 2032.
Mark your calendars.
Okay, I'm adding that to my calendar right now. But seriously, though, if something that big actually hit Earth, what would happen?
Well, the ESA predicts that it could cause severe damage to a local region.
Okay.
To get an idea of what that might look like, we can actually look back at an event called the Tunguska event.
A Tunguska event.
Yeah, it happened in Siberia back in 1908. A much smaller asteroid, only about 60 meters across, exploded over Siberia, and it flattened 80 million trees.
80 million trees.
Over an area 3 times the size of New York City.
Oh my gosh. That's insane. It's hard to even imagine the kind of destruction that something like that could cause.
Yeah, it really puts things into perspective.
It does. And that's why scientists are taking this potential threat of 2024 YR4 so seriously.
Exactly.
So what are they doing about it, aside from, tracking it, just kind of hoping for the best?
Well, there's a group called the Space Mission Planning Advisory Group, which is chaired by the ESA. This group is responsible for assessing potential threats from space and making recommendations to the United Nations about what actions to take.
Okay.
And they're actually meeting soon to discuss 2024 YR4 specifically.
Wait, so this group actually has the authority to, recommend action to the UN?
They do.
Like, what kind of action are we talking? Like, are we talking, Bruce Willis and a team of oil drillers going up into space to, blow it up?
Not quite. But remember, a few years back, NASA successfully changed the course of an asteroid with their DART mission.
Oh, yeah. They crashed a spacecraft into it, right?
They did.
And it actually worked.
It did. It was a huge breakthrough.
Wow.
Yeah. It demonstrated that we actually have the ability to deflect asteroids if we need to.
Oh.
So if the risk of an impact from 2024 YR4 remains high,
right,
this advisory group could potentially recommend developing a similar spacecraft-based response.
Wow. So we might actually have a way to protect ourselves from this thing if it really is headed our way.
That's the hope.
That's incredible. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's actually happening.
It really is. It's pretty amazing.
It is. It's a testament to human ingenuity, for sure.
Absolutely. Our determination to protect our planet.
That's amazing. That is pretty amazing. It's mind-blowing to think that we could actually deflect an asteroid like that. But I have to admit, the thought of even needing to do that is kind of unsettling.
It is a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder that, Earth exists in this, dynamic cosmic environment.
Right.
There are countless objects out there just hurtling through space.
Yeah.
And while most of them pose no threat to us,
right,
some like 2024 YR4 definitely warrant our attention.
Okay. So what are the long-term implications of all this?
Right.
Does this mean that we need to constantly be on the lookout for, asteroids that might want to come and pay Earth a visit?
It definitely highlights the importance of early detection and continued research. I think the more we understand about asteroids, their trajectories, and, the potential risks they pose, the better prepared we'll be to deal with them.
So we need to be more proactive than reactive.
Exactly.
Okay. But what does that look like practically? I mean, what steps can we actually take to ensure Earth's safety in the long run?
Well, for starters, we need to keep investing in research and observation,
Right.
like what the ESA and other space agencies are doing.
Right.
Tracking and predicting asteroid paths, that's absolutely crucial. But we also need to invest in, developing the technology that's needed to deal with potential threats like deflection systems, even more advanced than DART.
Right. Because waiting till an asteroid is like hurtling towards us to start figuring things out
Yeah.
doesn't seem like a very good strategy.
No, not at all.
But developing these technologies like that must be incredibly expensive.
Oh, yeah.
And who would even be responsible for something like that?
Well, you bring up a very good point. Planetary defense. It's not just about technological advancement.
Right.
It's also about global cooperation.
Okay.
And asteroid impact. It's
Yeah.
not going to discriminate based on, borders or anything.
Right.
This is a global issue that requires a global response.
Absolutely. We need nations to work together, share data, and pool resources to protect our planet.
Exactly.
It's a reminder that we're all Earthlings, sharing this one incredible rock hurtling through space.
Well said. And that sense of shared responsibility, I think that's one of the most profound lessons we can learn from this whole discovery.
Yeah.
It compels us to think beyond, national borders and just consider the well-being of humanity as a whole.
It's true. As we're talking, I can't help but think about that famous quote from Carl Sagan.
Oh, yeah.
The Earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena.
Mm-hmm.
It's both humbling and awe-inspiring.
Mm.
It makes me think about how far we've come in terms of understanding our place in the universe,
Right.
but also how much we still have to learn.
Absolutely. And just think a few decades ago, the idea of deflecting an asteroid would have seemed like pure science fiction.
Oh, for sure.
But now, thanks to, advancements in technology and a growing understanding of celestial mechanics,
Right.
it's within the realm of possibility.
It is, and who knows what the future holds. Maybe someday we'll be sending astronauts to mine asteroids for resources, or even building habitats on other planets.
The possibilities are truly limitless. And I believe the challenges that we face, like the potential threat from 2024 YR4, they will only inspire us to reach for even greater heights. It's like the universe is daring us to push the boundaries of what's possible, to become guardians of our own destiny.
I love that, guardians of our own destiny.
Right.
Okay, so we've explored the science and the possibilities, but let's bring things back down to Earth, literally, and recap what we've learned.
A wise decision. We still have a planet to protect, after all.
Uh-huh, exactly. So we started by getting to know asteroid 2024 YR4, this massive space rock with a small but real chance of hitting Earth in 2032. We talked about what an impact could look like and used the Tunguska event as an example of just how powerful even a small asteroid can be.
Right. We then explored the incredible work that scientists are doing to track and analyze 2024 YR4's trajectory, as well as the potential for developing those technologies to deflect dangerous asteroids, like with the groundbreaking DART mission.
Exactly. And perhaps most importantly, we've delved into the broader implications of this whole discovery.
Yeah.
It's prompted us to think about our place in the universe, the importance of international collaboration, and the future planetary defense.
It's been quite a journey, full of fascinating insights and thought-provoking questions. What stood out to you the most?
Honestly, what really gets me is the fact that we might actually be able to deflect an asteroid.
Mm.
I mean, a few years ago, that would have sounded like something straight out of a movie. But now it's a real possibility. It's both incredible and a little bit terrifying at the same time.
Yeah, I understand. It is a lot to process. I mean, the universe. It's a vast and powerful place.
Right.
And we are, in many ways, still a very young species, just beginning to understand our place within it.
Absolutely. So to bring things back to our listeners, what is one key takeaway that you think they should remember from all of this?
I would say the most important thing is that this discovery, while potentially alarming, it is ultimately a cause for hope. It demonstrates that we're not just passive passengers on this planet hurtling through space. We have the ability to understand and potentially mitigate these threats. We have the ingenuity to develop groundbreaking technologies like DART. And perhaps most importantly, we have the capacity to come together as a global community to face these challenges head on.
I love that. It's a reminder that we're not powerless in the face of the unknown. And that's a pretty powerful message to take away.
It is.
But before we wrap things up completely, there's one more interesting detail from that Sky News article that I wanted to point out.
Okay.
It has to do with how scientists initially assess the risk of asteroid impacts.
Oh, I'm intrigued. What does the article say?
Well, it says that when scientists first start tracking a new asteroid like this, the chances of it hitting Earth are often overestimated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of
So
interesting.
why did they do that?
The article suggests it has something to do with like the limitations of our early detection systems. When we first spot an asteroid, we don't really have enough data yet to accurately determine its path. So scientists will kind of like initially assume a higher probability of impact just to be on the safe side.
Oh, that makes sense. It's like casting a really wide net to make sure that we don't miss any potential threats. And then as we gather more information and we can kind of refine our observations, we can start to narrow down the possibilities and get a more accurate picture of what the risk really is.
So while that initial 1 in 83 chance of 2024 YR4 hitting Earth might have sounded really alarming,
Right.
it's important to remember that that's a very early estimate.
Yeah.
As scientists learn more about its trajectory, those odds could change significantly.
Exactly. It's a good reminder that science is a process. It's, ongoing discovery and refinement. We're always learning, we're updating our models and adjusting our predictions as new information comes to light.
So basically, we need to stay informed but not panic.
Yeah.
And trust that the brilliant minds in the scientific community are on the case.
Exactly. This is where the importance of supporting scientific research and space exploration comes in. The more we invest in these areas, the better equipped we'll be to face whatever challenges the universe throws our way.
It's funny. Thinking about this whole asteroid situation, it's really kind of shifted my perspective.
How so?
It's made me realize how interconnected we all are, not just as nations, but as a species, sharing this one fragile planet.
I completely agree. It really underscores the need for global collaboration, scientific advancement, and a shared commitment to safeguarding our future.
It's like a cosmic wake-up call, reminding us that we're all in this together, sailing through space on this incredible vessel we call Earth.
Beautifully put. And perhaps this newfound awareness will serve as a catalyst for even greater progress in the field of space exploration and planetary defense.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Imagine a future where we not only have the knowledge and technology to deflect these hazardous asteroids, but also the wisdom and the unity to use those tools responsibly for the benefit of all humankind.
That's a compelling vision. A future where space exploration is not just a scientific endeavor, but a testament to our collective resilience and our unwavering determination to secure a brighter future for everyone.
Well, I think that brings our deep dive into Asteroid 2024 YR4 to a close. We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From the initial discovery and the potential risks to the incredible efforts being made to understand and hopefully mitigate those risks.
We explored the science, the technology, and the very human element of space exploration. And hopefully we've left you with some thought-provoking questions to ponder.
So as we sign off, we want to leave you with this. Knowing that asteroids like 2024 YR4 are out there, what role do you think space exploration and planetary defense should play in our future?
Yeah. How can we as individuals, governments, and a global community come together to ensure the safety and the continued exploration of our incredible universe?
We encourage you to keep learning, stay curious, and keep looking up at the wonders of the cosmos. Because the future of space exploration, it's in our hands.
And who knows what amazing discoveries and challenges still await us out there in the vast expanse of space.
That's it for this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring.